Welcome back. We're still asking the question, what does a man bring to the table? And we move the conversation from how supportive women should become to their husbands to what exactly do men bring to the table? Because we realize that a lot of men feel it's only the finances that they have power over. And once that finance is taken out from what they bring, they see themselves as useless. So I remember this particular story was actually a family friend of ours back in the day who they both lost their jobs at the same time. They're both graduates, woman and man, at the same time, and they were thinking, what can we do? So the woman has a skill to fry puff-puff, buns, egg roll, and all those snacks and all that. And she started making snacks. She'll make snacks, she'll take it to a school, stand there during recess, people will buy and all of that. Guess what? The husband joined her in making the snacks. They will make the snack. In fact, he had to quickly learn. Yes, they will make the snacks together. They will take it to, while she's taking the first batch to school, he's sorting out the second batch, he's bringing it, and the snacks was really good. So a lot of students will buy. Before you know it, they've done 3 trays before the school is over. They were doing it together. Now, some family members were like, you cannot even go and find another job. You're sitting with that's an ex-banker. You're sitting with your wife to be doing snacks. And he said, leave it. That's how we are going to run our home. It happened to us at the same time. We're going to figure it out at the same time. They have relocated now, and they are working. But what am I trying to point out here? One person did not sit back to say, this is beneath me. This is beneath me. When your partner sees that you can hustle, that whatever life throws at you, you would find a way, and you would do it together, they are bound to be more supportive. The problem is sometimes we have this idea of how we have placed ourselves where we are not supposed to be. We just pick ourselves and just put on a pedestal that there are some jobs that are beneath me. There are some things I cannot do. I always tell people, I say, no matter what life throws at me, I can sell anything. I can be on the traffic and sell. I can carry something on my head and sell. I pray life doesn't take me there. But if I find myself there for whatever reason, I will survive because I can sell anything. I'm not afraid to make legitimate money. I'm not ashamed to make legitimate money. And if I'm doing that and I see that I have a partner who's supportive, even if he doesn't come out to sell with me, but when I get home, somebody looks at me and say, hey, I've made something small, come and manage, come and rest, presses my back, massages my leg, just to show that support that you're doing it. It's part of it. Why won't I release my money to you? I have another person on one hand who she's doing all the stress. I've said this here several times. All the stress. And this man is just there defrauding her.
Exactly.
They will give money to go and build house. He will chop the money. They say, buy 500 block, you buy 250 block. We use the other money to go and carry woman outside. They stay in how many story building? This woman will come back from her hectic job. And then she's the one carrying water upstairs, fetching water for them to use. You were at home all day reading newspaper, you did not move. The children are growing, they are seeing everything. Tomorrow, you will say women are the ones that enjoy the marriages. What did the children see? There's no way tomorrow my daughter will send money and he will not bring daddy's own. It's not possible from what she's seeing already, right? So let's find a way to understand that it's not one against the other. We are in this together.
Exactly.
We should be supporting ourselves. And men need to bring more to the table than just the money. Your compassion for your wife. There are a lot of marriages I know that they don't share with each other because when we fight, we use it to yab me. If I gist you about my family, when we fight now, you use it to insult me. If I gist you about my colleagues now, somebody annoyed me and I'm upset, and if I gist you tomorrow, you use it to yab me. So I keep my gist. You keep your gist. And they are husband and wives. So are we lying to ourselves in the kind of companions that we are picking? We need to ask ourselves those questions.
Okay, so like the first story that you gave us, right, where you said that the man, I can see where the man was able to debunk all those, lashes from everywhere. People were coming to say, why are you following your wife?
To go and sell.
At least now he was able to tell them off and say, leave us alone. That's number one step. That's to show how supportive that man is. That's number one. And number two, I know that, men are really wired to really provide for the family. There is that when they are not able to fulfill that, makes them feel less. Yes, it makes them feel less. And when they feel that less, it's a burden on the woman as well. She starts feeling it because you start taking it out on her one way or the other. He becomes a bit frustrated and he becomes agitated over anything she does won't just be right. So it's just okay for a man to really, really be able to express himself when he's going through stuff. We should just make sure that we give them that enabling environment where
to be able to share with us.
Yes, they'll be able to share.
But you also realize that even though women complain about narcissistic men, they are also very abusive women.
Of course.
Wives.
Yes.
There are
Plenty.
Somebody just sent
There are women that beat their husbands.
Yes.
Do you understand? They're also, we need to, because this topic is about how to help men. More. You understand? Because so many men go through abuse from women, and men already, like even the Bible would say that what a man has is his ego, and that's why they say woman respect husband. I'm landing.
I wanted to say why the Bible has ego.
Sorry, I mean, like as a woman respect husband, woman be submissive,
the man love.
Man love, right? So men, it's usually what they have is that respect is important to them, their ego. So imagine now that ego is already deflated. You now have an abusive wife, then you cannot talk, they'll still beat you. You're internalizing a lot.
It's
the problem.
Nigerian men are battling depression and community suicide is very sensitive. Seriously, I have a lot to say and share and teach if you don't mind. He said, when you have a wife who is ready to misinterpret everything you say,
wow.
He said, I'm pretty sure you don't know the level of things. Men are dying in case you really care to know.
That's scary.
As in, he said, I wish I can forward her number to you for counseling. I'm sorry, I don't offer counseling. Then they pay for coaching. That's what this is extremely, no, but I must say
men
this.
don't go for coaching.
Pay for
We're going
coaching.
to talk about it.
Pay for
We're going to
coaching.
talk about
Pay for therapy. Go for counseling.
Whoa.
Because both men and women who are facing this kind of challenge is not by pointing finger and saying the woman is the problem, the man is the problem. It's both parties that want to make a marriage work. Pay and talk to a professional to counsel you. Many people are living a traumatized life. Like they're living the result of their trauma. And they're not able to overcome it. Maybe your parents were being beating each other, or your father was doing one thing, or your mother was doing one thing.
And you inherited that trauma.
You are now living that reality. Your wife is living her own baggage. You too, you're living your baggage. Going into therapy helps you to drop both baggages and mend each other properly. So please.
That also leads us to what the other caller said. Go and read and come and explain, or go to the therapy and come and explain and bring in money. No, you are a full human being. So there are couples that have come to me for coaching. The wife will come first. I say, okay, bring your husband, because what I'm going to be telling you is for two of you to work together. If you get the lessons and you go alone, it's going to be difficult for you. Yes. So they will go, and the man will say, I'm not doing. Go and learn and come. Can men stop that?
See,
they need this more than we do most of the time.
Is it possible for me to go to the hospital on behalf of my husband?
It's not possible.
Is it possible for the doctor to diagnose me and then give my husband the drug?
It's not possible. So you need to take yourself there. You need, if you're going to be working through something that has happened maybe in your home, in your marriage and everything, and the counselor says, I need the two of you. Oga, stand up, swallow your pride and go. Because whatever they are teaching or whatever they are helping you through, the practicals they're going to be doing will be helping the marriage. Except, of course, you are not interested. So our men need to humble themselves, because I see it as pride. Humble yourselves and go and get the therapy that you need. We also have a lot of women that have really bad character. From wherever they come from. They don't know how to talk to their husbands. They don't know how to listen, like you rightly said from the beginning. They don't know how to have a conversation. Everything is, is taken to another level. We're saying A, you're understanding B, and you're fighting with C. We have that. And that's also because I think our men really do not understand us. There was something I was reading. It was a science, all these things that they research that they've done. And they said, and I think Bakasi also said that, in 4 weeks, a woman's hormone changes 4 times.
Completely.
The person you slept with last night, you are waking up to another woman. There are days I wake up fighting. Nobody has offended me. I just woke up on the left side of the bed and I'm fighting. On those days, when you bring certain sensitive conversations, I will not listen.
Yes, exactly.
And it's not because I'm not trying, it's because I am not in the frame to listen. Exactly. There are days that we are getting close to our, either it's ovulation, it happens in different ways, and that's why we've hit this 40 and we are going, it's getting worse. Things just change. So if a man understands, so sometimes my husband wants to have a conversation with me, and he looks at me and like, are you about to start your flow? Because if I have said something, and the way I will retort, like, are you about to? And sometimes I don't even know I'm about. I'm like, today's date is what? Oh, that's true. I'm about.
He knows.
I'm about to. And then he will
Because
he's
sensitive. Because he has studied me to know that, okay, at this time, her moods fluctuate. And there are some conversations I cannot have till a later time. It's understanding.
Yes.
This marriage thing is not, I bring money, you cook food, we knack, and we move on. We need to pay attention to the emotional needs of both partners. And we need to support, like the other people said, we need to support our men very well, that they are free enough to have conversations with us, not that we use it against them at the end of the vice versa, whether it's the man that is using against or it's the woman that is using against. Time has gone, no, just.
So let me say one thing. For counseling, and sometimes, you know, we should really encourage men to go for counseling.
Yes.
When you go for counseling,
therapy.
sometimes they will tell the woman how to reach out to you.
Yes.
You too, you'll be able to tell them how, you know, how you want your wife to reach out to you, so that when you are in your vulnerable state, the woman will be able to know how to handle you when you are saying your stuff and everything. So counseling really is very, very important.
Therapy.
Very important.
Last words, please. It's important. Also, maybe you can try something where people have a code at home, where maybe if your husband hugs you so much and squeezes you, or does a certain way, is this maybe sending a signal. People can send what they call like a emotional emergency signal to each other to allow the other that there's something going on. You just figure out what works for you. Either way.
That one is an Oyibo something. I like it. so what would my code
There
be?
should be too much hug.
Let me find a code. Tope, help us. Which code are we going to use?
201.
No,
It's not number now.
Somehow. You just rub the head. You just rub the head one time.
Something
I'm not okay. Baby, I'm not okay.
There you are.
Baby, I'm not okay.
I just feel, please, men can read books on relationships too.
Marriages.
Yes. Men can read books on marriages too. Men can read books on parenting too.
Yeah.
It is not the
Job
sole
of a
responsibility of a woman to make things work. Both parties will make things work.
Together.
So please seek therapy if you are in an abusive marriage or in a marriage where you feel like you're going through depression.
Yeah.
Please, please,
I was
don't.
impressed by a man that was last year who reached out to me and wanted therapy on his ability to manage his emotions with the wife. So
Had
we
anger
started,
issues,
yes, we started, and he sent me reviews for the 2 sessions that I had. It was supposed to be 4 sessions. He ran away for the remaining 2. But that first 2, by the time he said, I feel better, I'm more relaxed, I'm not reacting to her anymore, I'm now listening to her. I felt really good. And that was the first man that was coming to me since how many years? Yeah, women do more of coming to get therapy and all of that. So we need
Men only want to know about how to make more money.
No.
But life is more than money.
We want the money, but we also want you to be whole. We want you to be emotionally stable, because then you show up better as a husband, you show up better as a father. That's all we can take on the show today. Thank you so much, ladies. I enjoyed having this conversation with you. Your View Pigeon continues tomorrow, where we break and the chop 'em. I'll see you again. Bye-bye now.
Bye.